In this video, I will show you how to deploy 7-zip using group policy, and we will deploy it in two ways. One, by assigning the software to the computer, and it will install it on startup, and other way is by publishing it to users so they can install it whenever they want. As you can see, I'm starting this video from my GitHub page, and that's because there are a few bits of information that I will use in this video, and I will leave the URL in the description down below. Also, here in the bottom, let's call it a video playlist. Basically, this is my environment setup and the extra settings that I use in this video. So if you're interested in anything that you see in this video that is not related to the main topic, you can find it here. So let's begin by downloading 7-zip. I will click on the link here and it brings us to the 7-zip download page. And for this video, because we're using group policy, we need the MSI files. And in this video, I will only be using the 64-bit, but you can use 32-bit or both. So I will just click on download. And then I will go to my downloads folder. And here we have the 7-zip MSI installer. And now I will copy the MSI installer and then go to my VMware workstation where I have my Windows Server instances installed. And I will just paste in the installer on my desktop. And now we need to move this file from our desktop to the share, which will be holding the installation files for deployments. So I will open File Explorer and then I will go to my file server. And here we have a folder named software. I will go inside of it and I will create another folder called 7-zip. And then I will move the file here. And the most important part here is to have the correct folder and shared permissions. So let's check them by right clicking here and going to properties and then clicking on security. And as you can see here, in my case, we have authenticated users that have read permissions in this folder. And authenticated users covers both computers and users. So both users and computers can read from this folder. And if you are not using authenticated users, then you need to add here groups of computers and users that will be deploying the software. And now we can start creating our policy. So I will close this window, go to the server manager, and then I will click tools and open group policy management console. And now I will expand group policy objects and also right click them and click on new. And I will name this policy assign 7-zip. And now we can right click on the policy and click edit. And because like I said, I will be assigning the software to the computers, we need to go to policies, software settings, and software installation. And now we can right click on software installation, select new and click on package. And the important part to understand here is that we need to provide a file that's located in network share. For example, it allows us to select the file that I have currently on the desktop, and also it gives us a warning saying that it cannot verify that is a network location. So I will click no. It would still be able to create the policy and you would still be able to assign it to organization units, but when attempting to install the software installation would fail because computers don't have a file in that location. So let's right click it again, go to new and package. And now I need to go to the share that is holding this file. So once again, I will use SRV02, go to my software share, select 7-zip folder that we created and select the file in the share. And here we can select either assigned or advanced. Both options do more or less the same thing. In this case, we can select advanced, click OK. And as you can see, advanced only give us an option to change few things before adding it to the software list. But I will not change anything here and I will just click OK. And that's basically it. We are done creating our group policy. Now we can close the window here. And let's select the policy that we created here. And then one thing that I will do is to change the VMI filtering, because like I said, we are using 64-bit installer. I will change the VMI filter to 64-bit OS. Click OK. And also we can go to details. And because this policy is a computer policy, we can disable the user configurations here. And that's basically it. We're done with this policy. And now we can assign this policy to organization units that are holding our computers. And for that I have this organization unit domain computers 1. And to assign it, I will just click on the policy and then drag and drop it to the organization unit. And I have 2 client computers in my environment. One is in domain computers 1 and other one is in domain computers 2. And I only will be deploying this policy to client 01 that's located in domain computers 1. So now let's go to the client computer. I will open command prompt and let's do GP update. As you can see, it gives us information that it has detected software installation and that it needs a system reboot to install the software. So for that, I will click on start and restart this computer. And let's see what happens. And as you can see here, it's saying that it's installing 7-zip. Well, it's already done because 7-zip doesn't take long to install. Let's log in. Let's go to control panel. Select uninstall a program. As you can see here, we have 7-zip installed. And now let's try another deployment option, and that's by publishing the software to users so that they can decide when and what to install. I will go back to my server. And here in group policy objects, once again, I will right click on it and click on new. And then I will name it publish 7-zip and click OK. I will right click the policy and go to edit. In this case, we need to go to user configuration, policies and software settings and software installation. And now everything is more or less the same. I will right click here, hover over new and select package. Here we need to select an MSI file that is located in a network share. So I will select that, and here I will leave it at published because this will allow us for our users to decide what software and when to install it. And I will click OK. I will also right click on the package and go to properties, select deployment, and here in installation user interface options, I will select basics because I don't want for my users to be configuring anything. And click apply and OK. And that's basically it. We can close this window. Now let's click on the policy. And here in the details, we can disable the computer configuration settings because this policy only will apply on users. And click OK. And that's it. Now we need to link this policy to organization unit that is holding our users. So for that, once again, I will click on it and drag to my domain users, and I will drop it here and click OK. And that's it. Now our users can install the software themselves. And I will show you how it works by going to the other client computer that I have here. And if we go to control panel, you can see that we currently don't have 7-zip. And I also made this icon to go straight into the software installation menu. But first we need to run a GP update. So for that I will open my command line and do GP update. Okay. Now we can refresh. And as you can see, a software package has appeared here. And now I can double click it and it will automatically install 7-zip for me. And if we go to install a program, we can see that 7-zip is currently installed. And that's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and see you in the next one.